episode of Midgard. We've got the whole team back again. All 6 of us, and we got some video issues, it looks like. It looks like Skype video issues. No big deal. Stuff down. I covered it complete with my big head. But it looks like everybody is back in here. Make sure all of our audio signs. We are actually on episode 3 of Midgard. Everybody can unmute if you haven't done that already. And we last left off. Who would like to be the one that described what's going on in great detail, by the way?
I will do it if I can do it completely in character as Lady Lishra, using the lens of things she cares about.
Okay, you have I'll give you permission to do that. Go ahead. I'm going to grab my iPad real quick that I forgot.
Okay, so, by the magic of some unknown and nefarious elf of some kind, we were transported to parts unknown, to people unknown, and a community that we did not understand or completely know who was right and who was wrong, and it didn't matter because they all seemed ripe for manipulation. A bunch of people who seemed like they could be easily taken advantage of started easily being taken advantage of. There was a cat. It seemed boring. Tried to rob a priest, didn't work. Tried to seduce a priest, didn't work. Surprisingly, there's a first for everything. We wandered the city, paid off somebody's debt, hoping to collect on that later, but we'll leave a pin in it for now. Met some people who washed clothes and also possibly conducted additional work, leaving a pin in that for later. Followed some people to a tower of some kind. There was a merchant. He seemed useful. Maybe not. I don't know. Not important. We went up the tower. There were some people. They were not friendly. We killed some of them. They killed some of us. It got better. We're in the middle of maybe dying, maybe not. Either way, I can teleport at least twice more today, and that's all I need to get out of here.
Here! We have 2 people on
Jackie.
Sorry?
We lost Jackie.
Oh.
No, not Jackie.
Maybe it was a tornado.
Don't say that. Don't put that box on her. Gonzo, is my summary sufficient?
I heard about half of it because I had to run and go get my iPad real quick because I totally forgot it in the other room that has all the information on all of this.
Well, then the other half of the summary was really good. You should have heard it.
The best summary anyone could have ever done.
We're going to put her in for a daytime award.
So while we're waiting for Jackie to get back, I had totally forgotten what picture I used for my avatar on Roll20, and now that I look at it, it makes me fucking laugh.
Bird!
No, I love him. He's so intense.
It's not just a bird, he's like...
He's a psycho bird. He's like all jacked out and everything. Which we have switched from using the Roll20's audio and video to Skype. We may try something different later. Maybe Discord or whatever. But to get this going, that may be better or easier for us. I don't know.
We could do a different one every
might
session.
be able to trick the university into giving me a pro Zoom account.
Oh, I have a pro Zoom account if we ever want it.
May have to try that because I haven't tried a Zoom account.
Oh, Jackie just sent a message. Her power's out.
Okay, Jackie's power is out. She just lost power.
Oh. Nope, that happens.
Yep. So we're going to see what's going to happen. Maybe she can get back in on phone Skype.
2020 is why we can't have nice things.
You guys,
the
country should figure its shit out.
Like
power?
Depends on how much of Harrisburg lost power.
That's fair.
I know why I can't have nice things. I don't even question it anymore.
There's lots of reasons at this point. We're just done.
Did you say there's lots of reasons? That can't be right.
There's lots of reasons.
I think there are lots of reasons, but I think they can be like summarized in like one or two major ones that apply to a vast majority of the reasons.
Are we
Absolutely.
speaking of the group in general or me specifically? Because in both cases this applies.
I was thinking about the world in general
Oh, well.
as to why no one can have nice things.
The day that I die, the purity of the world goes up a lot.
Alright, the last we left off, Max, your character was down and out for the time being.
Still rolling death saves.
And then, let me go down the list. That way I can...
Mizzy is stabilized, but not, you know.
I'm not totally dead, but I'm not totally alive either.
Yes. And then Becca is at 1 HP.
For the second time.
Chris, you're completely good.
Yeah, because I just got up to the tower.
And Jackie
Took out a Noel and a Panther, is that right?
Jackie shouldn't be bad off, because she just got up here too.
Jackie is untouched, yes.
Yeah, and Chris, I think, or Josh, you were decent too, right?
Yeah, I stabbed real good.
Yeah, because all you've got right now is you've got a Noel that is left and the named Noel, what's his face, Ashahad Aheth.
And Ashahad Aheth was pretty messed up, right?
Yes, he was. Yes. Where's my sheet? He was. There he is. And so our order of...
Oops.
Chris over there rolling dice.
Just dragon roar them? That's so amazing.
I was like, what does that ability do again? And then I, just did it, so...
4 psychic damage if you don't pass a DC 13 charisma save.
Yeah, because it was Mizzy, Max. They're off to a really good start.
Chris, I can ill afford to take that 4 damage.
You should be able to pass the save, though.
She didn't.
Oh. At least it's not Pathfinder 2E where that would be a crit fail.
Let's see. And the last, because Jackie was last. I have that on here. Who else am I missing? Chris. Chris was second to last because of y'all two came in last.
Right.
Y'all came in after a while. You were like, "Oh, okay, we're just gonna stay down here." Fireball explosion. Let's go upstairs and see what happens.
Yeah, you should probably check on them.
Okay. Check
I don't know if I don't recall if my bless spell is still in effect.
Admittedly, the 2 good characters let the 4 good characters go alone.
I could have done some damage if I had rolled higher.
Oh, jeez.
I had 2 Eldritch Blasts, which were just fails.
So, Rebecca, her computer crashed. That natural 1 was that. That was it.
So Jackie's trying to get her stuff back together online.
Ooh, blue screen.
Oh, I just got my tracking from Adepticon. And then we got Max has got a weird screen. Okay.
So
It's on this end.
I don't recall who was blessed, but it lasts for a minute, so they should still be affected.
Yeah, everybody should be, unless it was something specific that had like a short timer, everybody should be pretty solid.
Yeah.
Or all buffs, I should say, should be pretty solid. everybody here except for Jackie still, by the way.
And Becca.
You know, Becca's computer crashed.
What the? I thought it was Jackie that was trying to get back on with a computer crash.
No,
Ew.
Rebecca
man.
rolled the 1 and then promptly had her computer crash. So don't roll ones, guys.
If you roll ones, your computers will crash.
Oh no.
Oh. Things are happening.
So many things.
Don't roll another 1.
So we've all determined do not roll.
It's been an adventure.
All right. So Becca's back. So we're just waiting on to see if Jackie can get back because of the power over that, which could be a thing.
Considering she's
The
one of the
powers
ones,
that be.
we might need her.
Yeah. Well, everybody's still. I mean, everybody's logged in to Roll20, correct? And everybody is there doing your thing, correct?
Some of us are restoring our windows, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we got that.
My nat 1. I mean, there's a +6 there. I feel like I should have been able to make a DC-13. Alas, alack.
Well, you weren't expecting me to just roar into the room, so you know.
It was surprising and psychically awakening.
I'm very
But
confused.
actually, I wouldn't have affected everybody because even though it's a roar, it only affects one person. I just looked it up.
Well,
That's what I was trying to do in the first place, was just see what it did. But I roar into the mind of one person, causing them to. Like, if you would have failed, you would have taken damage and been frightened.
I don't think the dead can be frightened.
Unless it's from the living.
so my mouse is apparently doing that weird thing again, so we'll just take my top roll for everything.
Top roll for everything? Okay. I noticed that. I saw that it was kind of flipping out and rolled 4 times.
Yeah. Well, so I clicked it once, it didn't do anything, and then when I clicked it again, it rolled 4 times. So, who knows?
Gotcha.
Oh.
All right. Since we got, we'll keep on going, letting wait until Jackie. Maybe she can get there, because if not, we can just hold off on stuff.
It's possible we will tidily wrap up this whole round of initiative before it even gets to our turn.
It could be, because one knoll is unhurt. The other knoll is hurt, but not dead. Checking my stats.
I'd be a little scared if he was hurt and dead.
Hurt and dead. Well, he might be a necromancer. You never know.
Undead.
Yeah.
And your brother.
Oh, God, I saw that meme. You have my
Presented the liches there.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get this going. We are at the initiative, and then my knoll was second.
I thought your panther was second.
Panther's dead.
Panther's
dead.
dead.
Panther and knoll would have been second, and then the other knoll was right before Jackie. Going over my notes again just to make sure. Yep. Okay. So with that, let's go ahead and go. Mizzy, what do you plan on doing? You are right in front of the name knoll. You do hear. You're just unconscious, correct? Still.
Yes.
But you're no longer bleeding and dying.
Right.
Okay. So you're just gonna sit there and act like it's all crazy and happy and hunky dory.
I'm gonna sit there like a potato.
Okay.
And hope I don't completely die.
All right. So the knoll is going to be. Let me go to my sheet. Where they at? character. Character sheets. And go ahead and let him roll with his spear one-handed. We are going to go after, Becca, your character. You see you are hurt and wounded and is going to try and take you down.
Yeah, I just died for a second there. That was a real adventure.
So spear one-handed. Normal roll, no advantage. And I rolled damage with it also, just FYI. Total of 15. What's your defense?
That's sufficient to hit me.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Any reactives?
I used all of them last session.
Okay. He reaches up and stabs you, gets you right in the gut, rips through your clothes, bloodies up everything that's in the front and the back, and then sees that you go limp and pushes you off the spear. Next is Max. Bleed, bleed, spurt, spurt. Are you dead, or are you...
I don't know yet. No, I'm not dead yet.
Okay. So you're just...
I've passed 2 and I failed 2.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Okay.
Hanging out.
Bottom of the 9th. Bases loaded.
Yep, nope, that's where I'm at.
Which then would be Josh. Josh, what are you going to do?
Well, I have been halfway sufficient at stabbing the gnolls, so I suppose I will stab at the named gnoll.
Okay. What'd you roll? I didn't get to see it. I was looking up who it was.
Hashtag my dice.
Did you roll a 1?
Nope. Didn't hit him, though.
Equivalent?
3.
Okay. So you obviously missed.
It's a total of 8? I don't know. I would have had advantage if somebody was...
Chris?
Well, seeing as my comrade, who we sort of get along so far, is right in front of me dying, I'm going to reach out and cure light wounds.
Okay.
To who?
Jackie?
Oh, dear Lord.
All right, who heals for 1?
Would that be me?
Yes.
So I heal
4.
4. Yay!
You're very slippery with blood.
I mean,
it's hard to
admittedly, that is like half his HP. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
My hit point maximum is 10, so that's
Okay.
actually doing pretty good for me.
It was my 2 first level spells now, so no more healing.
oh. Ugh.
So, okay. Well then, Ashid is going to go, and he is going to take a... He's going to take a mace to the Ravenkin. Try to smash
Come
him
at
in
me,
the
bro.
face.
Violence on birds. Cruel.
As we can tell from the picture, he's surprised by this turn of attack.
Oh, that was great.
Oh, that monster's actually describing his weapon to you. What a jerk.
I'm not attacking with
This is what I'm going to kill you with.
There it is.
Yeah, it has a 5-foot reach. It can be thrown. 1 target.
We'll just take
Oh.
the top one, which would be a 16.
It hits.
And the damage on this is
Welcome back, Jackie.
1d6 plus 2.
It can't kill me, but ouch.
So a total of 5.
Gross. That's many.
Okay.
And then Jackie. Jackie is suddenly scared.
Jackie's here.
Jackie,
Jackie's here.
Yeah,
Okay,
in a
good.
way.
I didn't see.
I
She
can't
was
see
very
you, but I
careful.
think you
She's
can
here.
see me.
I
Except-
can hear you. Can you see the game? That's all we're worried about.
No. But that's okay. My character is so efficiently designed for strategery that she doesn't even need to know where she's going to
Okay.
successfully get there.
Well, okay, since you can't see it, you have the knoll next to you, the name knoll, and you can attack them. What is your? Do you know what your advantages and everything are?
Unfortunately, not off the top of my head.
Okay, so you can't
Google
see your
Chrom's not
character
loaded
sheet
yet.
right now.
What are you, Jack? You're a first level paladin, right?
Yes.
What kind of weapon are you using?
Greatsword.
Greatsword. Okay. So your damage is 2d6. Is your strength 16, 18, somewhere in that neighborhood?
Pretty high. I think it's 14 or 16.
Let's say 16 for argument's sake. So you get a +3 bonus plus your proficiency, so you get a +5 to hit on a d20, and then you do 2d6 plus 3 damage.
Awesome.
Do you want one of us to roll a d20 for you in the system here? Cool.
Yes.
Doing
please. I was gonna find actual dice.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, that's good.
You hit a 15.
Okay, hold on a second. I think we can look at her character.
Naturally.
I mean, this is close enough. Oh, sorry. Actually, you had higher than that, right? Because you're +5. You had a 17.
Oh yes. That knoll is grass.
Finally, someone can do something.
Okay, you rolled a 15 to hit, you said?
17.
17 definitely hits. His AC is definitely not that high. And what's the damage?
Oh, let's roll it. She's using a greatsword. It's 2d6. She gets to add her strength bonus of +3. She does a total of 11 damage.
Oh yeah.
He is still up.
Yeah. That's still good hit. Good job.
It's good damage. Yeah, you did take a good smack into his body.
More than greatsword.
He moved away.
No.
Ooh.
Clicking on it wouldn't show up for him. He couldn't get through. Okay, and so now we go back up to the top. Mizzy.
Oh, sorry, Gonzo. Did I have a turn in there to make a saving throw?
Yes, sorry, you were after Max. But yeah, go ahead and do a saving throw. You were actually like 4th.
Unpromising. That is one failure.
Boom. All right.
That's okay. She's been this
Mizzy.
close to death before.
Mizzy is still unconscious.
All right, Noel. Noel is going to step over this dead body. Move over and is going to try to stab Jackie.
Jackie should be in front of the name Null now, right?
No.
She used a greatsword to attack him, right?
Yeah, he's diagonal. So it's okay to be attack diagonal.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm not seeing where Jackie is actually on the map.
Jackie is...
Okay.
Yeah, Jackie's right below...
Next to me.
Yeah, right next to you to the right-hand side.
Okay.
So the
I
Noel's
didn't
going
know
to
that's
reach over and try to smack Jackie. With a spear one-handed. No advantage on it. That definitely hits no matter what. And
3
damage with the spear.
3 damage at 13 health will put me at 10 health.
Boom. Show that Nolu's boss. With your boss H-pizzles.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a surprisingly disappointing amount of words that rhyme with Knoll to make cool Noli insults with.
All right. So
Just troll that Null.
you're at 10 hit points, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Becca, give me a save and let's see what happens to you.
A second save?
This is the
Yeah.
next round. Yes.
Woo! Yeah, that's a failure again. Whoop, whoop.
You
Hooray.
can turn around. You should
Josh.
get bases loaded.
Yeah. I mean, it worked so well the first time.
Go after the name Nola
The
again,
name Nola,
Ashahad.
Is there... Yeah.
That hits. I can tell that automatically.
Yeah, that hits a 23, so I hope. Oop. Why is it doing that? No.
The damage. There you go.
9.
Actually, 9. He does fall down.
Woohoo!
Yes, good job.
Woot.
This is the first thing I haven't left on 1 HP.
All right. Chris.
I can't get to.
Because I haven't had a chance to move out of the way yet.
Nope, I can't get anywhere. I'm kind of just.
You can move his body.
So,
I'm not dead now,
Oh,
though.
that's right,
I've been
yeah.
healed.
You're back alive.
So I can see the null right inside the door, right?
Yeah, you can actually see him. Get rid of that.
All right. Let me dragon roar him then, because it's a single target spell.
Dragon Roar. Love it.
All right, he has to make a charisma saving throw of 13.
Ooh. He has a
If he
-2
does,
to this. So this
two
be...
psychic damage and he's frightened.
Who no?
No. So he takes how much damage?
2 psychic and he's frightened until the beginning of my next turn.
And frightened gives him what negatives?
Disadvantage?
Let me look it up.
Look at that real quick, because I mean now it is the named, which is dead, and then Jackie.
It's
Becky,
my
you
turn.
want to roll for?
Since I'm not dead.
Oh, that's
Yes.
right. You are. You, Max. You should. I totally forgot. You're way up there. So go ahead and go. You go before the.
So frightened is disadvantage on ability and attack rolls.
Okay, so he has disadvantage. Gotcha.
And can't willingly move closer to the dragon. Rar.
Can I attack and then move?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to... Razeshiel stands back up, raises his hand, shouts, "The vengeance of Yaesh upon you," and casts Eldritch Blast. Does a 15 hit?
The Knoll's defense is his AC is a 15 exactly. Good job.
Ooh, nice damage.
Is there no save for this? Just normal?
There's not.
It's just
an attack roll.
AC.
Gotcha. Just making sure.
And then I'm going to move out of the cleric's way.
All right. So
Since I've been standing in the doorway, I just want to move out onto that balcony away from where... Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Now, Chris, you did yours. Name. Jackie can go ahead and attack.
I will attack the closest knoll.
Hey, Jackie, do you have like a paladin lay on hands type ability or something like that?
Maybe.
Just asking if you have the first level class ability that lets you heal up to 5 hit points per paladin level by touching somebody.
I have no idea. I can't
Someone
roll-
wants you to lay
roll
your
20.
hands upon them. That is really what we're asking here.
Please help!
Magpie has a very hard skull. Yeah, there's a help action in this game. Can I forfeit my turn to help somebody, or is it better to simply approach someone and heal them? How I heal them?
Go up there
The
and
healing-
lay on hands.
I mean, it would be nice.
It would be.
She doesn't want
Okay.
to die, is what she's saying.
It's so selfish.
It's totally within my speed to go up there and perform lay on hands. What I do is I spit on my hands and rub them together, and then just kind of just pat, I guess.
Gentle dabbing.
Make biscuits.
How much?
Orcs made biscuits.
How much of your available 5 hit points of healing per day do you want to use?
All of them.
Thank you so much. Lishra sits up a little bit, blinks, and sort of examines her wetness, both from her own blood and also from the saliva. And she kind of like double takes for a moment and says, "Well, that was unexpected, but not unwelcome. Thank you."
You're welcome, fellow hero.
Right.
Still convinced we're all heroes here.
Okay. And then we go back to the top. Mizzy sits there and drools.
Your favorite pirate is dreaming of rum.
The Knoll is going to step out and go after Chris.
Yeah.
He does have disadvantage. So
Actually,
neat.
but interjection, he cannot move closer to the dragon.
Oh, that's right.
He's fighting the
Yeah, he has to stay right there. So let's just go ahead and go. No.
yeah,
There.
creature cannot move willingly closer to the source.
Disadvantage. He can stab you. Have to take the lowest of the two. And that is a 6, or he would have probably hit you. So no damage.
Call.
Max?
Oh.
Swings around with the other hand for another Eldritch Blast.
Okay. 15. Does
Oh.
Nope.
Okay. Becca?
Yeah, Lady Lisha is standing now, which is improvement on the previous circumstances. She looks around, see half the knolls that she's done before, and considers maybe being unconscious again is a strategy. And opts instead to puff of smoke this knoll. He gets to make a saving throw.
Well, what type?
It is a good question that I'm going to slowly answer by stalling for time as I look up the spell. The DC of the puff of smoke saving throw is 14, and it is a dexterity saving throw.
So you said 14?
Yeah,
He has disadvantage in this, I'm guessing.
it is a check, yes.
And
He is blinded until the start of my next turn.
okay.
Because now that he's afraid and blind and terrified, life's been pretty rough for this friendo. So blinded, he automatically fails any things that require sight, and he gets disadvantage. I don't remember if I get advantage when attacking a blinded foe.
Let me listen.
You get advantage when you're attacking somebody when you're invisible, so I feel like maybe not. I don't really know. Conditions, blinded.
Attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Sick. Okay. Well, with that in mind, I'm going to advantage my way into a little Claws of Darkness action. Wow. Some creepy tendrils grow out from her hands, shadowy, long fingernails, and they stab into the knoll.
Do hit.
For a resounding 8 cold damage.
Okay.
And she says something menacing.
Let's see. Josh?
I will step over the potato pirate and stab the knoll.
Okay.
So I should have advantage on this, correct?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, everybody's got advantage.
Blind.
So
Take the highest of
I'll
those.
take the highest of the first two. So
Yeah.
15.
Does it?
Okay. Ha! So
Just
5
take
damage.
the first one for 5 damage. Nice. Poor Null just took
Oh,
13
that's
damage.
good. Okay. And he falls down. And
Good call.
dies right where he's at.
Okay. Well, do we have a way to heal the pirates?
Don't know. Don't look at me.
It's a god of fire, not of healing.
I'm guessing medicine roll won't do anything. That's the only thing, yeah.
She is stabilized, so she's not dying anymore.
No, yeah, she's definitely not on death's door. She's just unconscious.
She needs to sleep.
Unless someone else has some healing that they can do. I think everybody is out of healing right now.
Currently, yes.
Yeah, all I have is 0 level spells.
Isn't there a 0 level spell for clerics that's a heal? Or did you not
Nope.
take it?
Not a thing.
No, with 0 level spells being usable as many times as you want, I don't think they wanted to put a healing spell there.
I didn't know if it was like maybe a stabilizing spell or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
She's stable. It wouldn't help.
Yes.
Okay.
There is spare the dying, but it won't do anything for her in the situation. She can take like half actions, right? She's just at 0 health.
I mean, I can vicious mockery all I want to, I suppose.
I mean, I feel like you just did.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, Lady Lishra is going to loot the named Null. Always a pragmatist.
It's kind of the general loot everything at this point.
She calls over the Raven folk, assuming there's some shiny baubles.
Do you want us to roll for this, Gonzo, or do you just want to?
Are you just searching him and taking whatever's on him?
Yeah.
We're searching everything that's dead and the room in general.
Okay, on the name Noel, you find some Alchemicus fire. 3 bottles. Coarse mace, light crossbow, some leather armor, a cloak, a good-sized gem, a key,
Ooh.
and a padlock.
All right.
I heard the magic word of gem, shiny.
Yeah, Lady Lishra's going to take the padlock and key. Does the key fit the padlock?
Not that padlock.
Okay.
So, is this gem a cat's eye by chance?
It is a cat's eye.
Well, I shall acquire that.
Okay.
I do not care about anything else. You guys are welcome to it.
She takes the lock. She takes the padlock. She looks at the mace for a minute. She finds the cat's eye. She tosses it, literally tosses it to the Raven. It's I think that's important. I don't know. You hang on to it. She keeps rummaging through the other bodies. Does anyone have any money on them? Money's been useful so far in this world.
I'm keeping an eye out at the door and make sure nothing's coming up the street or the ladders and stuff.
The Knolls had no money on them. That was pretty much, and they had a spear and some hide armor and a shield, but nothing of value really.
Okay. Glance up the ladder. Is there anything on the next level of this particular building?
It's locked.
She tries the key.
It opens up, no problem.
Okay.
You walk over and climb up the ladder, and this is where you're at.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I don't have the wisdom to not.
Already gone.
Out of character, Rebecca thinks Lady Lishra's an idiot. She's made some real mistakes here, and she keeps doing really dumb things. But I'm just on a ride, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay, I get it.
Considering what happened last time she went up the stairs, I should probably follow her along.
Okay. You come up the stairs and come up right where she is, and you notice that their stairs go up the ladder goes up 1 floor higher.
Okay. Nothing's in this room. Well,
no, there's a cot and a barrel and a table, but nothing.
Magpie, you should probably go keep an eye on them.
Is there anything in the barrel?
Nothing in the barrel.
I will keep an eye on.
Okay,
I just look at Lishra and I point to the other floor going up.
She continues.
Same.
I'll watch this. Hopefully Magpie can keep them from dying.
Are we on the roof?
I'm going to wait here with the cleric.
We are not on the roof. Oh.
Maybe for my country I'm not super fond of, but he did bring me back from the dead.
We can come over our cultural differences eventually.
Okay.
But not right
Step
now.
1 to overcoming your cultural differences. Accept the Dragon Empire. Step 2, see step 1.
I have pamphlets.
Oh, sweet. It's time to negotiate.
Oh, God.
You climb up. Anybody else climb up before this real quick? Because as soon as...
I will also climb up.
Thank goodness.
My large mass is good for negotiations.
Goosh.
Okay. You
Is
climb up.
pretty much everybody following us at this point?
I believe it's
No.
3 of you up there and 3 of us down here.
I'm glad somebody's wanting to take care of my body.
Yeah, I'm not thinking it.
You three that climbed up noticed 3 ratkin. One ratkin dressed and smells extremely bad, and then just 2 that are just kind of like off to the side, kind of
Do any of these ratkin match the description we were given of the gentleman we were supposed to pursue?
Yes.
The extremely disgusting smelling one?
Yes.
Lady Lishra gives him a long and exaggerated bow, and she introduces herself. She says, I'm Lady Lishra. I have been sent to speak with you, to negotiate. We mean you no ill will, and we have an opportunity to help each other, I believe.
Okay. You... Hold on 1 second.
Oh no! Oh! Oh!
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have had advantage there. I'll take that off. I may not even be called upon to roll persuasion. You just let me know, Gonzo. If you are, I'm ready.
Yeah. There's nothing to roll out right now.
Nothing to persuade.
No.
Good.
It's easy to persuade someone who is desperate.
I mean, I've been nothing but thoughtful to this guy. I paid off his debts. I made it easy for him to go out in the world again. Does the large gemstone we collected match the description of the gemstone we were supposed to look for?
Yes, it does.
Cool.
He's not pulling up. Okay. He kind of... Quit messing around with this. Get out of there. You look at him, and he just kind of like doesn't really pay attention to you much.
What was his name again? It's been like a month. Craggling? No, that's not right.
No, this is Rahid.
Rahid. Okay. Listen, I'm sorry. Are you Rahid?
He kind of looks over at you, and he can't talk.
You can't talk.
Lady Lishra is going to say, nod if you can understand what I'm saying.
He nods.
Okay. Do you write, Rahid?
Chick said no.
We spoke with a gentleman who you had some debt to and purchased that debt. You no longer have that to worry about. She relays the exchange at the northernmost part of the perfume district that they had.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess I will speak up. Are you incapable of speaking from a physical means? Yes or no?
Chick said yes.
Do you have a tongue? Yes or no?
No.
There we go.
No.
Was it the Knolls downstairs?
Yes.
They're dead now.
Okay.
He just says okay. He says okay.
He just shakes his head. Okay. Shake his head like yes.
Is the cat woman that has sent us to acquire this gemstone? I assume the Knolls had that gemstone?
He shakes his head no.
Do you have that gemstone?
He shakes his head no.
Do you know where it is?
He shakes his head yes.
Could you take us to it?
Shakes his head yes.
Okay. We've already paid off your debt and made it safe for you to be in the area. We've killed off the people who captured you. Would it be equitable to ask for you to take us to it in exchange, or do you need additional payment?
He handles his hand out and got like a gimme.
Take us to the gemstone, and we will reward you with 100 gold coins.
Okay. He shakes his head. He motions to his hands and to his bound feet, and is like,
Before we untie him, can your other two friends speak?
"It's metal shackles, by the way."
Okay. Can the other two Ratkins speak?
He shakes his head no,
Same story with them, I assume.
and shakes his head no.
Do they have tongues?
Shakes his head yes.
Then why can't they speak? Are they stupid, or is it magical means?
He like points over at him.
I look at them. What's wrong with them?
They're dead.
Oh, they're dead.
This guy, like,
Well.
he's an idiot, but we're stupider, right? Like, okay. Does the key that I have open the shackles that he's wearing?
He goes, "I don't know" type thing.
No, I'm sorry. I attempt to use the key on the shackles.
Okay, it unlocks.
Okay. I nod to him. I say, I'm Lady Lishra, and I appreciate your assistance. Please lead us on to this gemstone, and we will make sure you get appropriately compensated. She smiles really winningly.
He like takes his hands together, and he's like, he like points at his hand. Like,
He wants some now.
Are you asking for payment up front?
he just said yes.
Okay. How about this? The gnolls downstairs are dead and won't kill you, and the debt that you have that keeps you chased on the street constantly has been paid. I have
He
paid
still
too.
points to his hand.
How do we know that you're going to take us to this gemstone? Currently, the money we're offering you is the only security we have. I do not wish to relinquish that.
He puts his hands together and like does a small like, if you can see it, he like goes and takes his fingers and kind of squishes them together and goes and puts them really far apart and then puts them really small and then makes a small part in his hand.
I shall hand him 5 gold pieces.
He motions more.
From where you're at and the position that you are in, that should be plenty. Because even if this goes south, that gives you a warm bed to stay in and food for a good time.
He still motions to his hand. He's like,
I thought the warm bed was for the good time and the food was somewhere to stay in. Anyway, not important. Yeah, no, we will definitely compensate you more, but you have to take us to the place first. We don't want to put you in any danger. We just want to... Hey, do you see the ones over there who can't talk? You could not be able to talk for that reason, too.
he's like pointing at his hand.
Lady Lishra, she wants to cut his hand off, but she really shouldn't.
Okay.
All right. Who else is up here with us? Jackie's character, right?
Mm-hmm.
She reaches into a kind of shadowy place in her magic, and a long, sort of sharp and impossible tendril comes up, and it looks like she's about to use it to sever his hand, and then she glances over and sees Jackie's character, and just kind of like turns it into like a little twirling of shadowy stuff in the air beside her, and whistles a little tune, and then she says, someone should compensate this poor fellow.
My character is picking something out of her teeth with her sword, and she looks over and goes, "Oh, I can help." And she walks over, looming quite tallly over the figure and says, "Oh, I see you need some kind of compensation." And as she says, she gets closer and closer to his face, and she's almost like hunched all over his being. "I think I could spare," and she jiggles around her pockets, "2 copper piece."
He looks at you like, he's got this inquisitive look like, "Are you crazy?"
Because I'm looming over, can I intimidate?
You can try.
I know I have the skill, but I do not have a computer that wants to roll.
Okay, I can roll it for you. Do you know what your charisma would have been?
My charisma is very high. It's my second highest stat.
Okay,
I think
let's say maybe
13.
like. Okay, sure. So a +1, +2 for proficiency. Let's say a +3.
No. Okay.
This rat
roll
is a
a
steel trap. Rolled a 2. Awesome.
I mean, she gets +3 to that, so it's a 5.
You roll a 5. And he kind of gives you this look like, whatever. He kind of rolls his eyes and points at his hand.
Okay. I will ruffle my feathers out a bit and just say, Rat, I am tired of playing this game. We are getting paid to hand this gemstone over. You will get some of that payment. But for right now, I guarantee you, you do not need both of those eyes to walk us to where we need to go, and I will willingly pluck one out for you.
He looks
Birds
at you,
tend to like eyes.
opens his mouth and goes, and points at his tongue, and gives you a... He comes back to pointing in his hand.
I am purposely trying to intimidate him.
Okay.
That will be a 12.
We're the least intimidating crew ever.
A 12 is better than an 8.
Very tough rat.
Damn it.
All right, Lady Lishra leans in close, and she's a little on the shorter side, so she's closer to his height, and she's got kind of creepy horns and looks a little bit like an elf goblin. So she relates to his disfigured being, and she puts on a bit of a sultry voice, and she brings herself close, and she initiates a little bit of physical contact, and she says, "Listen, I've given you a couple of coins. We don't want your life to be hard. We've offered you a very, very generous payment. And I just, if you help us find this, your troubles can be over. You can retire happy. If you extort us here in this moment, things are going to get ugly."
He sits there and points at his hand.
What, do you have fingers still? Can you give us a number? I will talk to my other companions and see if we can't scrounge up the funds for your demand. Give us a number, though.
He's already got 5.
It's true.
He kind of inquisitively, and he just flashes a bunch of fingers really fast.
Do we get a sense of what he's asking for?
No. A lot.
Okay.
More,
All right.
Definitely more than what you gave into his hand right now.
So we offered you 100 total. Are you asking for half of that up front?
He shakes his head yes.
Okay. Give me a moment. I'll see if my companions can muster that. Lady Lishra disappears in a puff of smoke and appears downstairs. She turns to Rozeshiel and to the Dragonborn, and she says, "We found the Ratkin, and he seems to be extorting us to take this to this gemstone. I have only the meager means of my own sustenance on hand, but he's asking for 50 gold coins. Is that something we as a group could muster? I've already paid him 5.
I'm a prophet. What do you think?
I mean, that seems like a pretty reasonable con. I feel like you probably do fairly well at it.
I don't. They don't usually pay me for that. Do you have anything that looks shiny?
I have a second idea, but I'm upstairs.
Do you or any of the rest? I'll go upstairs.
Are the hand shackles still upstairs?
They are, yes.
Okay. I want to put the hand shackles back on the rat. Not the feet shackles, but the hand shackles.
He moves away as soon as you try to pick him up.
As soon as I pick up the shackles, he tries to move away?
Yep.
Well, Orc, I could use a hand here. Jackie!
Okay. I have an idea.
Are we in the same room? Like, I can clearly hear you, right?
Yes, you and I are in the same room. We're the only two.
Gotcha.
I feel like his hands should be shackled. He needs his feet to move, but his hands aren't necessary right now, and I don't trust him yet.
Yes, I think this young man, Ratman, might be a danger to himself if he does not give in to our demands. She walks over and
If you try to put these on him, you're going to roll initiative.
Should I roll initiative, you guys?
Yeah, if I can do it, go for it.
Yeah.
Go ham.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna roll initiative, which I think is plus by con.
That's just straight initiative.
Dexterity.
Oh, dexterity.
Oh, yes.
All
right.
Sound of shuffling comes from upstairs.
Do you remember what your dexterity is, Jackie?
No. I was kind of hoping that maybe somebody else was looking at my character sheet.
Let's assume
We'll
it's
give her
10.
a 20. This is a 20.
Oh,
She got an 18, so whatever 18 plus whatever her modifier is.
Probably
Let's assume it's a 0. Let's assume she just gets an 18. That's pretty good. Just a quick on her feet. Half orc? Orc?
Half orc. I'm very motivated.
Okay.
don't worry, you're plugged out of 8.
Yeah, I'd roll someone else's to make it easy. You rolled. You go up to him, and you may now try. You will need to roll a grappling check to try to hit him.
Oh, good. Grappling. The rule everyone gets wrong.
In multiple systems.
Yes.
Has
What
grappling
did you
ever
stop?
been intuitive? Oh, are
It's
you wondering how grappling works?
I am, yes.
All right. Making an attack, grappling. Here it is. When you want to grab a creature or wrestle with it, you use the attack action to make a special melee attack called a grapple. If you're able to make multiple attacks with the attack action, this attack replaces one or more of them. The target of your grapple must be no more than one size larger than you and must be within your reach. Using at least one free hand, you try to seize the target by making a grapple attack instead of an attack roll. A strength (athletics) check contested by the target's strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics. The target chooses which ability to use.
Okay.
You succeed automatically if the target is incapacitated. If you succeed, you subject the target to the grappled condition. Condition specifies the thing that ends it, and you can release the target whenever you like. No action required.
So we know Jackie is first. She has a +3 strength, right? So it's D20 +3.
Plus her athletics if she has proficiency.
I do not know if she does.
Let's say
Anyway,
Let's
let's
assume no.
just say 3. Okay. So she gets a 19, 20, 21, 22.
fuck yeah.
Don't know why it's rolling 2 dice on that, but that's okay. You grab a hold of him.
Okay. While he is grappled, I assume she's holding his hands together. I will cuff him.
Yep,
You roll.
totally.
Okay. After the cuffs go on, I shake him violently. Ah!
Never shake a baby.
Okay.
Chicken rattling.
I don't. Jackie, what's your character's name again?
Maggie.
Maggie. Okay. Maggie, will you help me escort him downstairs to our companions?
Absolutely. She just
All right.
kind of still shaking, like lifts him up slightly with his feet above or elevated off the ground a little bit.
Okay. Let's go downstairs and join everyone else.
So you're going to carry this were rat, over your shoulder down the ladder.
Yes. Yeah, best I could.
Okay. All right.
I hope I don't drop him.
Josh gets to here. You get to here. Ratkin is with you, of course.
Okay.
I don't know why he is not on the same thing as you are.
Possibly because he's an enemy?
No, I should be able to move him.
I mean, just assume that he is a part of her character. There you go. Okay.
All right. Welcome, friend. These are our companions.
Right,
We
are
are
you going
seeking.
down again?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
we're
coming down.
going down with everybody else.
Oh, okay.
So, companions, I have an idea. Since he is not being cooperative, I say we take him to the mistress and let her sort him out.
That's an option. Feels...
I mainly say this and look to the rat to see what his reaction to these words are.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Okay.
Either that or we
Raz Eshael pulls out a small bag.
Okay.
He looks at Lady Lishra. I'm going to roll a deception check and then tell him that the bag is full of gold.
Right now, anytime you talk to him, he is not paying attention to you. He is already does not care. He has been intimidated 3 different times and shackled. He is right at the point where it does not matter.
He should be lucky he's alive.
Well, enhanced interrogation techniques don't really work, but Lady Lishra does like to torture people for fun. I say we take him down to the street and see if it'll lead us anywhere interesting.
What should we do about that one?
Which one?
Pointing at the ground.
The unconscious one.
Oh, our wounded companion? Well, we should probably take her back to our lodgings and set her up comfortably for some rest, or, I don't know, let her eat a person or something, whatever she does to make herself feel better.
My computer just went... I got the yellow screen of death. What the heck?
That's
I
new.
can still hear you.
That sounds horrible.
Oh, no, that's because my phone's what we're talking through. But my screen just went gold. Or yellow.
That's weird.
It went plaid.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the
Y'all gonna go downstairs?
Yeah,
There's
I assume
nothing
I'm
else up
still
here,
carrying him.
I mean,
We've been through the whole
knolls
upstairs.
and you searched the knolls and looked around a bit.
We did not search the dead rats. Do we care about searching the dead rats?
No.
Not particularly.
That's where the cat's eye was all along. So, are we going downstairs? One vote yes.
I am not strong enough to lift this person.
I'll carry her.
I was kind of just and look at the dragon.
Don't worry, I will bring our friend with us.
I wouldn't go that far yet.
Friendlier than the people that were in this room.
Fair.
So everybody gonna go downstairs?
Yeah. We probably should.
Okay. Everybody starts making downstairs. Who's carrying the vampire?
Someone who has more than
Vampire?
7 strength.
That would be the dragon.
Yes, Heskin's carrying her.
I mean, the people who literally feed on other cultures should probably carry the vampire.
Razeshia laughs.
All right. There's our merchant friend. He was pretty chill. Did we book an inn, a room at the inn? I feel like we did, but then maybe we didn't.
No, you didn't.
No, we didn't.
No.
Okay. Is there a tavern near here we can find accommodations?
It's up to you. I mean, it's not in this district.
I would suggest not going to a public establishment with a rat.
I can just explain it's a 24/7 kind of thing.
Yikes.
Leishra looks around for a moment. I was like, do you all not have that here? Oh, you're missing out. Oh well, carry on. What's your plan?
I think we should have a rest before we go really anywhere.
Very well. A rest it is then. We could hull up here or ask that merchant if we can stay in his warehouse. I don't have a lot of good suggestions here.
I wouldn't want to stay in his warehouse.
Actually, I wonder how much a ratkin is worth as a slave. I say this out loud just to, like, rise him a little bit. I assume no reaction again because he's ignoring us.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Lady Leishra is going to go over to the merchant, and she's going to bring the rack in with her. So that's a good idea. She asks she greets him. She says hello. We spoke before, and I'm excited to have with me a proposition of sorts.
Okay.
We are looking to get a little bit of information out of our friend here, and barring getting that information out of him, we're looking to turn a little bit of a profit. Are you interested in a detongued and fairly compliant, capable ratkin? Or, alternatively, do you have techniques to get out of him the compliance we're looking for?
Out of Rahid? You want me to try to get something out of Rahid?
A tongueless Rahid, but yes, if you can.
He's always been tongueless.
He's always been tongueless. Ah. Well, this is not what he told us.
I mean, there's room for interpretation. Maybe they cut it out a long time ago. Who knows? Anyway, lovely, great. Do you buy people like him? We've got him in chains and everything.
Like, no, he's worthless.
Yeah, that's disappointing. Can you get him to relay the information that he has? I mean, you've got to have techniques for people who are as useless as he is.
No, we sell. We don't torture.
You know, diversification is a real thing you should consider. What if your marketplace dries up? What if you need more opportunities? Anyway, I'm sorry. I won't talk business with you unduly, but... Oh, yeah.
Says the
That's
slave.
probably true. Okay, well, thank you very much for your time, sir. She heads back to the group, bringing Rahid with her. She kind of gently shakes her head at him and says, I guess we're just going to have to bring you back to Mistress Hannah. I really wish there was another option here. I was really excited to give you that 100 gold.
By the way, I have your character sheet, Jackie.
Still no response?
No.
Okay.
So he really doesn't care about going back to Hannah, I suppose. You know, maybe the Knoll would care more than Hannah.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. What was his name? Hakan? Something like that?
His weight disturbed me.
I felt like he was very prompt with us. I was not upset about the weight at all.
No one who weighs that much is up to any good.
Well, it raises a question. The Knoll had kobolds. We were just attacked by kobolds.
We were attacked by gnolls.
Oh, we were attacked by gnolls. My bad. Okay.
And a panther.
Becca, I gave you the ability to look at her character sheet, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Hmm.
Did you? All right. I don't see it, but...
Well, I would say if we're going to head anywhere, let's head back to Hina.
Very well. They're pretty nearby to each other anyway. We could kill two birds with one ratkin.
Okay. Suppose we shall make our way.
Becca, you go under the journal and scroll down to the bottom, and you should be able to see our character sheet.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I didn't see it. I've got
Well, if not,
the art handouts.
I can roll it all.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, y'all are gonna make your way back towards that area.
Well, we want to take a short rest before we go there, I assume.
To where? Short.
To see him. Well, at this point, it doesn't matter. We could go back into where we killed the gnolls.
I would assume other people live there. People don't take too kindly to people living in their houses.
Well,
I mean, didn't
the downtime of an hour, we could just go, sit by the river or something.
Well, you're walking around with a dead body, a chained up rat, an unconscious body, I should say, and a chained up rat.
Yeah, okay, let's go back inside the tower. So we head back inside the tower and we pile up the bodies.
Remember,
in the corner.
there are 4 rotting corpses up there.
I mean, it's been 20 minutes. They're not rotting that badly. They're mostly
there
using.
are 4 dead bodies.
I will head to the second level, our unconscious companion.
Okay, so you're going to head up to the second level.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll head up to the second level too.
If the hammock looks clean, I'll put her in the hammock.
Okay, it's clean enough.
I suppose we shall all go to the same place.
I'll stay at the bottom of the ladder.
Guard.
I figure
outside?
someone should watch, and I haven't used any of my... I have not used any of the miracles by which I have been gifted.
Okay, so you're going to stand down here where people come up, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Josh, you can move yourself. I'll move.
I don't even see myself.
Really, I can't move myself into the building?
Yeah.
There we are. There we are.
Do you have to move yourself into the bottom floor and then the top floor? Is that how it
No,
works?
I've got it where the walls are actually blocking.
Oh, okay.
So you can't physically teleport through the walls. I have to put you through the wall unless you come up some other way. All right. You won't be able to stand there, Raven. You'll have to stand over here because that whole body is taken up.
I would not leave the gnoll anywhere near the ladder, or the ratkin anywhere near the ladder.
Yep. You put them where I'm standing.
So that's the hammock. I see. That's not just like an artful vagina illustration.
There, how about that?
Go up there and see
There we
this.
go.
I mean,
Yeah, no, I get that.
So here's where we shall take a short and hopefully uneventful rest.
Ideal.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, Lady Leisha is gonna, she's gonna make some notes in a kind of little personal journal, and then as she finishes writing each of the pages, she's gonna rip it out of the journal, sort of roll it up in a ball, and drop it into the air where it falls into a shadowy puff. Just reporting back.
Okay.
Okay. How long are you going to sit here?
Long enough to regain spells.
I'm gonna say about an hour.
Preferably long enough to give me some sort of help.
Yeah, long enough that somebody who wanted to could spend a hit die to heal themselves.
Which is the amount of time for that is
1 hour.
No.
Oh, wrong thing. Trying to get back to this. Come on back. Okay. Roll your hit die to give your hit points back.
Hooray! Where are we?
So Becca,
Whoa.
you're up to max.
Yep, back up to 8. I'll amend.
I don't remember what my hit dice are, and it's not showing.
What is your class? Bard?
Bard, yes.
D8?
I think it is a D8, yes.
Plus a con bonus. It's the same as your...
On your character sheet is right next to your death save box.
which Mizzy has become intimately acquainted with.
Yes.
Cool. So I am at, 8. Cool.
At least I only had 3 damage.
All right, Mizzy, did you heal yourself already?
Yes, I am at 8 out of 11.
Woohoo! All right, so everyone is awake and conscious, and we can now proceed with the plan, as long as nothing happened during the rest. Waiting for DM input.
Buffering.
Okay. It's up to y'all. I mean, where y'all going to go now?
If nothing happened during the rest, I assume we're going to go back to Hannah, right?
In an hour, you just...
Yeah. And
We head back to Henna and stop off at the knoll on the way.
what? No.
I don't like either of them, but we're dealing with them.
Okay.
Hannah was our ticket here. Hannah is our ticket home. So Hannah is my vote.
Agreed.
Agreed.
That weird elf worked for her.
I don't believe the weird elf works for her. I believe the weird elf is independent, but he brought us here to help her.
That's true.
Right, but so? Didn't the knoll, offer us more money?
You have your own way home.
All right. Y'all are...
Admittedly, I could walk from here. It might be positive in the long run, but I would prefer not.
Yeah, you just walk through the shadow path and you travel back into darkness, right? That's how everyone does it?
No, you wander the desert for many days and nights to get across to the land where I come from.
While some of my brothers can fly, not I.
Okay. You're walking along and you come down this path. And make sure that everything's going okay.
I see a black screen.
Well, our dark vision hasn't buffered. Wait, is this like a solidarity protest thing? Like, is that what we're dealing with?
No, I don't think so.
Like, I'm on board.
No, I am on board. I'm just like, I don't think that that's what's going on with the map.
Fun facts, I just got a text from one of my drivers saying that there are police everywhere and they are shooting, and I told him to go home.
Yeah, your deliveries are simply not worth dying.
Nope.
And y'all should... Are y'all not seeing the map at all?
No, I see a black screen.
Black screen? Okay.
Yep.
Is this like the end of the song Painted Black?
I see a blue screen and I want it painted black. I had so much fun with that previous character I had come up with for the Middle Earth game, because I was trying to write a ballad of the party that I could add new verses to.
There's a turn order now.
Yeah.
Sick.
Why isn't this... You should be able to see what's going on.
I see our characters and a pair of dice.
I just see our characters on a black screen.
Yeah.
Please don't move.
Wasn't me.
Not I.
This is not working and it's taking me off. I can't get to y'all's characters now. This is not working.
Take your time, Gonzo. I think we're all just happy to be here.
Hey, oh, that's a tower.
Yay.
Oh, I was so excited for a minute there.
Maybe purposely.
I'll let you know.
Okay, I have no clue why. You see that?
Hey, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, for some reason the
What?
fog of war is breaking.
Well, this looks cool. This is
Would say concerning, but I'll go with that.
super cool.
Looks like the lions are in cages, so
Yeah, there's no way that's going to change. That's a good point.
See, you got your wish. Both of them are here.
Oh yeah. See, I said we'd stop off on the way. You gotta listen to Lysra. She has a kind of uncanny prophecy. Whenever things happen to her, she decides it was part of the plan.
That is not the way prophecy works.
I love that.
Those lions are making me yawn.
Is it their yawning maws?
Yeah. Yeah, they're not roaring. They're all right.
It's the cat. I want to take a nap. Yawn.
Exactly.
So if we're following the path that we came here on, going back to Henna, did we come down this path already once?
No.
Did we get lost? Ah,
Wouldn't be the first time. I don't know if you guys know the city particularly well, but I was actually stolen and ambushed by an elf.
Oh,
oh, hello.
Huh.
is this the view of you being stolen and ambushed?
Yeah.
I can only see you. Well, a little bit of each other people. But...
I see half of an eye and half of a beak.
That's what this is foreshadowing for the end of the encounter.
Oh god. There we go,
For some
kind
reason,
of.
Fog of War is messed up and it's causing problems. And it's duplicating your characters on here. Do y'all even see your characters on here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Can you interact
And
with your
Julie.
character?
Which one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, move your character. Move it off, and can you move it off to the right or the left?
The right or the left?
Yeah.
Like up on top of the building?
Yeah.
Yes.
And see, I'm excited your character's alive again. I almost fed you the rat.
I wouldn't be very tasty.
Vampires are usually not very fond of just eating rats in the lore.
Yeah,
Okay.
they should.
Guys, okay, move yourself because I, for some reason, cannot move you now.
Sweet.
Where would you like
Okay.
us?
Which version of me do you want me to move?
Just whatever, just one of them. Put you in the very front. I'll take one off in just a little way. Where it says PCs, in the first 6 boxes. So
I don't.
We don't see that.
So put yourself one back, Becca.
Okay.
So you want us like back here?
Yeah, the first 6 boxes.
Okay.
Where is Mizzy's character?
I am adjusting.
Ah. Very nice.
Trying to anyway.
Can someone move me?
I did, yes. You've been moved. You're up front with me, protecting everyone.
Nice. As the con build should be. Boom.
I should definitely not be near the front. That is a mistake, like with a capital M. But I've been alive for over 300 years and I haven't figured that out yet, so something, old dog, new tricks.
Okay. You walk up, and this is what you see as soon as you come down this pathway. You see 2 priestess from the
Cat temple.
the cat temple. You see Mistress Hina and big old fat Hakeem.
They are together?
I
Like
don't
a-
think they're here. on social
Like a
business.
couple? Or
No, they're just here. They're here. You can see them, correct?
Yes.
yes.
Okay. They're just
Okay.
standing here, kind of watching y'all as y'all are coming down the path.
Gotcha.
Oh, can I put the ratkin in front of us?
That's up to you, not me.
I would like to put the ratkin in front of us and slowly walk him into the area.
Okay.
Who are the 2 standing directly in front of us?
Priestesses.
From the
Priests. Okay.
Lisha's gonna kind of give a little smile and a nod to the priestess when she sees her. If you're asking, how do I know it's the same priestess? I don't.
I was literally just wondering, did we know if this was the same priestess or not?
It does not affect my behavior choice.
Not all priestesses know each other.
But all of them are going to come to know Lisha.
Okay. You put Rahid up in front.
Yep.
And you're going to start walking forward with him?
Yep.
Totally.
Okay. All right. What are you going to do from here? Just keep going?
Roth, what's going on here? Why are you all standing around here watching us?
Mr. Hina comes up and goes, we heard you captured Rahid. And so, I'm wanting my gem. And then all of a sudden, Hakan comes up, you mean my gem? And then the priestess are like, no, that belongs to the temple.
Why do I feel that the priests are the ones who are not lying to us?
Is that important? I never remember how morality works. Like, do we want to give it to the person who's the most honest about their patheticness, or the people who seem like they can reward us the most?
Well, remember, we don't have the gem. The rat knows where the gem is. In my opinion, it's their deal to sort out, as long as we receive payment from one of them.
Agreed.
My best guess is that they've all owned a gem before. This town is very shady.
I will say out loud that the rat knows where the gem is. He says that he will take someone to it, but he wants payment up front, and we don't feel that we should pay the rat when we are due payment.
How much did you promise to pay the rat?
He wants 50 gold.
Wow. Y'all got 50 gold? This is
like I said.
Hina.
Like I said, we are not giving the rat any payment because payment is due to us.
And nothing was promised to the rat.
How you acquire the information from the rat?
The rat looks over at you is like, what?
They must have promised the rat 50 gold while we were watching our friend.
No, the rat wants 100 gold, but he wants 50 gold before he'll take you anywhere.
Yeah, he shakes his head yes. He agrees that's what it was.
But, as I said, how you get the information from the rat and what you do with the rat at this point is up to you. All I want is payment and to go home.
Hakan walks forward and goes, Rahid, I'll pay you 50 gold now, 50 gold later, once you show me where the gem's at and hand it to me.
Oh, no, sir. This is not how this works. The rat is currently in our possession. Someone needs to pay us and guarantee our safety home before the rat's going with anyone.
No safety's ever guaranteed.
I can't guarantee your safety home. I can just
You cannot. You cannot. Hannah can. She got us here. She can get us home.
I didn't get you here. As she pops up.
Your elf companion did.
What elf companion?
As I said, she did not summon us here.
The elf that was with you on our meeting.
I didn't have an elf with me on this meeting. I saw y'all sitting at the table and figured y'all could help me out.
We are
the
all
elf
aware
dropped us here independent. We had this discussion when she showed up the first time.
Okay, who's willing to pay us for the rat?
I'll pay him 50 gold.
No.
Who's willing to pay us for the rat?
Hakeem looks over and goes, Rahid, do you know where it's at? He shakes his head, yes. Can you take it to us? He shakes his head, yes. And he's like, Okay. I'll pay you 50 gold for Rahid.
That was not the agreement.
No, the agreement is that you would bring us the gem, though. And the mistress goes, you tried to pay him too? Yeah, more than you did.
Very well. I'll make you a counteroffer. I've settled Rahid's debts, so he can wander the streets a little bit more safely. That incurred for us a cost. 50 gold plus expenses. That takes it to around 100 gold pieces. Keeps us in the clear, and we'll give you Rahid.
No, we'll pay you 50 gold for Rahid, because we'll have to pay him another 50 to show us where it is.
It's not really my problem what your costs are, and you were willing to pay quite a bit more than that for the gem. As far as I can see, you're getting a bargain, and I'm out 50 gold pieces for settling his debts.
That's your choice.
I could kill him.
Like, then you'd be in trouble for murder.
Well,
if he is chained up.
Or we could just keep the rat and pay the rat ourselves and find the gem and do whatever we want with it.
Okay. You can do that?
We have people coming along the rooftops towards us.
What do the people on the rooftops look like? That's the question.
All of a sudden you see
cat folk.
A cat leap across the side.
All right. We need to put Rahid in the middle of the pack.
As I see this.
You see one of the priestess walk forward. Like, Rahid.
I grab him and pull him into the middle of the pack. Okay. Pushing him back towards Magpie.
Priestesses, will you pass for the release of Rahid?
Well, the only person I know that has the gem, or knows where the gem is at, is Rahid. We're going to help with Rahid. We didn't make a bargain with anybody. If y'all had a deal with the people behind us, that's y'all's business. All we want it back is back in our temple.
Can someone explain to me what is going on here? There are three groups of people who are currently laying claim to this gem. So there has got to be a story as to why three different groups of people believe this gem belongs to them.
Mr. Hyena goes, because it's mine? And the priestess are like, no, it belongs to the temple.
Look, I don't care.
What if we find this gem and break it into 3 equal pieces and give 1/3 to each of you?
Nobody's answering you.
Yeah. I don't care who this gem belongs to. I care about getting paid. So, the way that I see it, whoever has the most gold right now can freely and easily walk away with Rahid.
Everybody goes, we'll pay you 50 gold.
We'll collect your...
So I hear 150, and then you guys can decide who Rahid has, or who Rahid goes with.
No, they only say 50. Nobody says anything higher.
No, 50 from you, and then you can sort out Rahid.
No.
You knew it deep down that no one would agree to that.
As far as I'm concerned, the rat's dead at this point. Look around.
All right. Lady Lishra says, very well. I will accept 50 gold to cover the expenses we've incurred in this process, and we will call our bygones bygone.
I'm not getting involved in your quabble, though, so you two can decide which one of us is going to pay, and which one of us is going to get the rat. I'm literally waiting for Hannah and the Noel to decide who's paying and who's getting it.
Okay. You sit there and you're like, Mr. Shannon's like, I'll give you the 50 gold. Just give me Rahid, and y'all can walk away.
Very well. Lady Lishra takes a few steps forward, reaches out her hand as if to accept a bag.
Didn't think that we couldn't walk away, but evidently now you're threatening us all.
She has a look at the bag, opens it up. Does it contain the gold that they're expecting?
50 gold.
Very well. She says, release Rahid into her custody. We'll head on our way.
Okay. You hand over Rahid to her, and then she steps back with Rahid. And then Rahid, her, and what's his name? Hakan start to argue, and the priestess start to argue.
As they're arguing, I'm going to walk away.
Okay.
I suggest others follow. This could get ugly.
I think this town they deserve each other.
Okay, so deuces.
We will have to find our own ways home.
Razeshiel spits on the ground and turns around and walks away.
Okay. Y'all walk off. We won't switch screens or anything. We'll just leave it here. Y'all are just continuing. Y'all are going to walk away and such. Okay. You start to head off. You're walking down just another alleyway. No problem whatsoever. Just minding your own business. What are y'all going to do?
We're going to move with some expediency and find a place of lodging somewhere in the other part of town.
Okay. The other part of town that you could go to, you do have the perfume district. There is, but that is a much, nicer type lodging. You could actually go more into the town and get away from all of this if you'd like. But there's the lodging south within the wharf district. It's kind of like a kind of ruffian type place, but not, horrible.
Yeah, let's head to that.
I mean, it's where everybody docks their boats and so on and so forth. Okay. You can make it there, no problem. I mean, it's actually not too far from where you're at, just, a few miles or so.
So as we're walking away, before we get too terribly far, I just want to pat my pocket to make sure I still have the gemstone.
You do not have the gemstones.
Figured.
Woo!
Okay. Fuck this town.
The religious establishment here cannot keep their temples from being plundered by the self-interested. Razeshiel spits on the ground again.
All right. We go off to have dinner and discuss our either future or separation.
Yeah, Lady Lisha is definitely on board with that. She'll even buy everyone dinner with a portion of the 50 gold she just acquired.
Okay.
The 50 gold we just acquired.
Well, I mean, my expenses.
Technically, didn't you get that money from the group?
No, I did cover paying for the Ratkin's debt out of my own pocket.
Oh, you had 50 gold.
I have a lot of money. It's not really fair. But life's not fair.
Well, I hate this place.
You make it down to the worst district, complaining and bitching the whole time, hating everything in the life of, what's going on. And didn't mean to do that. You find a decent, restaurant to hang out at.
All right.
What are you gonna do?
I guess go take outside if they have one. I want to see if anybody's coming. I don't want to be trapped inside. I don't trust any of those groups.
Do they have shawarma here?
Am I missing anything other than the gemstone?
No, just the gemstone.
And it just disappeared from your person? Like you have no notion of what happened to it or where it went?
Oh, I have strong suspicion that I got pickpocketed.
Fair. Oh well. Things come and things go. We're gonna buy dinner and call it a day. I will interview my new companions about their plans for the future.
Okay. You like I said, you find a spot to, hang out and, get. You want to do inside, outside?
Upside
I
down.
would prefer outside.
How's the patio weather?
It's not bad. I mean, it's a pretty decent day.
Is it dark outside or really bright and sunny?
It's bright and sunny. I mean, this is a desert type area.
Do they have a covered patio?
A little bit, not a whole lot, but yes.
Yeah, somewhere with an umbrella. A covered area, something a little bit in shadows. Alicia is much more comfortable in shadows. She kind of sparkles a little bit in direct sunlight.
Okay.
Really?
I thought that was the vampire thing.
Yeah.
It's like a deliberately affected sparkle, but she still finds it irritating.
I believe you're muted.
You gotta unmute to tell us about your Twilight references.
How about now?
Yep, you're good.
Yep.
Okay. I would like to point out that even though I am a vampire, the many years on high seas have granted me a high tolerance for the sun, so I am not nearly as affected as one might think.
Okay. You find a spot outside, and they come out there, and they just like that'll be 3 gold for the meal.
Each or for the whole
For the whole
table?
thing. I mean, it's like bread and soup and meat and stuff. I mean, nothing elaborate.
Still
How
pretty,
big is it?
pretty steep, isn't it?
For all of you,
Is it-
6 people.
It's 50 silver each. It's not that bad.
I
As long
do
as
have
drinks
a
are included.
bit of a bad reputation. We could just go and not pay for it and still get all the food.
That seems
What
fine to
kind
me.
of meat is it?
They name some animal that's a common type of meat around here.
Camel.
Camel.
It's
I
kind
don't
of
know if I can
stringy.
eat camel or not. I've never run into that question. I'll have to pray on that.
Lady Lishra eats a disturbing amount. Almost entirely meat. She picks around any vegetables in the stew, avoids the bread, eats meat like a strange carnivorous creature. Drinks heavily, seems completely unaffected by it. Seems to wax and wane in and out of a very intoxicated state and then a completely sober state as if it's just recreation for her. And then she skips out on the bill.
You skip out on the bill even though you said you were going to pay for it.
Yes, I'm sorry, she's a roller coaster. I'm just here.
Razechiel pretty much just eats the bread and maybe partakes of a small amount of wine, not knowing how the water is here. He eats a little bit of the soup and tries to avoid the camel meat in case camel meat is taboo.
Okay. Y'all notice that as y'all are eating and kind of getting stuff done, that one of your companions just disappears. The one that said that they were going to pay.
Didn't expect anything less. I would say
Is it in a puff of smoke?
Yes.
Okay.
I throw 3 gold on the table.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Okay.
The generosity of your kind is surprising.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Well, I guess our job here is done.
Time to make the long trek across the desert.
Okay.
Perhaps the dehydration will bring me visions.
Sorry, that was 2 things at once. Say that again?
Becca, where are you headed off to?
Oh, I'm going to meet up with the group after skipping out
when
of the
you
bell.
puff, when you puff, where do you go? Do you, like, just leave completely?
No, I don't go too far. I'm in a shadowy alley nearby.
Okay. You puff away, and Chris, you throw the 3 gold on there, and y'all are sitting there, and you're down in that alley, and it's like, so you hear this voice. Did it go okay? And you hear that elf voice.
I do, or they do?
They do. You don't hear this.
Okay, cool.
No, it did not. But I'm sure you knew
want
that.
my drink I was promised.
Who promised you a drink?
Raziel at this point is just head in both hands at the debacle that he has been a part of.
So he looks around and he's like, y'all look pretty rough.
Yeah, I have a feeling you knew this would happen when you brought us to this godforsaken town. Now take me home.
I can't take you home.
You brought
look
me.
like, he points over at Missy and is like, you look screwed up. Who beat the hell out of you?
That is none of your concern. Give me my goddamn drink.
Oh, you want a drink? A drink of what?
I mean, obviously, blood. I am rather hungry for some.
Oh, freak.
And I believe you still owe me payment because you.
I flashed my sharp vampire teeth.
Oh, I know what you are. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I know what you are.
I look at him and I say, I believe you still owe me payment, regardless.
For what?
You know for what.
I don't know you any money.
The performance that we shared. You teleported me away before you gave me anything.
That wasn't me. That was my brother. Sorry.
Oh, that's a classic excuse. Well, your brother owes me, and he's your brother. You inherit your brother's debts.
No, that's not how this works.
I stand up from the table.
Could someone explain to me what is going on?
I was just wondering how everything went. I brought you here to try to, get some money, see if y'all are good enough to do the job that I really have that I need for y'all to do. I don't know.
I start walking away from him.
Okay, you walk away. Man.
So you admit that you, in fact, brought us here.
Oh, yeah, I brought you here.
Can they try to hear this commotion, or is she still too far distant?
Too far distant.
Fair.
I literally want nothing to do with this man. He's lied to me several times.
I'm not a man, I'm an elf. You get it right.
You're all men to me. I'm literally...
Gosh, give me
I'm going to
strength
continue
not
with my
smite
mission that I
these.
have before. I don't need to ride home. I'll walk.
All of a sudden, he reaches back and reaches back into his cloak and pulls out a goblet and sets it down in front of Mizzy. Looks over at the orc, Jackie's character, and is like, what do you, how'd you do?
Jackie's not in the call.
She get kicked out again?
Yep.
A while back, yeah. She has another power fluctuation, she said.
Oh, she's still having power problems. Okay. I saw that she got power fluctuation. I didn't know if she was still on the call. Okay. It looks over at, Chris, at you, and is like, so, how did it go?
We survived. We got 3 different rival gangs fighting. Good overall.
Did you make any money?
I didn't make any money, no. But I found out that this is a town that is not worthy of being called a town and needs to be purged.
Strangely, I agree with the dragon.
Huh. So what about you? Oh, drinker of the blood.
You see me gobbling down like a crazy person all the blood, and goes, "I'm with the dragon."
Okay. Where's where's your specter ghost elf friend of y'all's?
I suspect loitering somewhere in the area.
Avoiding the payment that she said she was going to give us, and avoiding paying the check for dinner.
Seems to be a reoccurring theme with everybody.
You're a man of the cloth. You understand that our profession doesn't pay much.
I had no heartache in paying for the meal. I kind of suspected this is the way it would happen.
Got a pretty ragtag group. I don't know if y'all can handle what I got next for you.
Why do you suspect that we would want to handle what you have next?
Because it's going to pay handsomely.
Considering we didn't actually resolve the problems here, I don't know if we can either.
And why would we believe you? You have given us no reason to trust you in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, well, what can I do to get your trust?
Probably very little to nothing at this point.
Oh, come on. I can take you back home.
See? Right there. You're lying now or you lied before. You lied about bringing us here. You lied about taking us home. You lied about being you. You lied about being your brother. You lied about everything about you is a lie. I almost believe you're some kind of trickster demigod.
Could be. Would you like to go home?
Not by your power.
Would anybody like to go home?
I would most likely end up somewhere I don't want to be, even more so than this.
Oh, I can take you back where I found you.
My home is nowhere. It is on the sea.
I don't think anybody here doubts your ability to take us where we want to be. We doubt your ability to take us where we want to be.
Where do you want to be?
Here for now.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? I mean, I can take anybody where they want.
I assume still out of earshot.
Yep. I mean, it's taken quite a while. You're not seeing them anywhere. You know, you're like kind of waiting for them to walk by you, or to give it. You're not seeing anybody.
Oh, depending on where she is, I may have walked by her because I am very serious. I am walking and not stopping.
Okay, you definitely roll to see if you can see her. By the way, because she is hiding inside of an alley.
Even if I do, I'm probably not going to stop. What do you want? Perception?
All the trust.
21.
No, you see her. I mean, she's not actively hiding, but it is a busy area. You see her sitting up against the wall of a building in an alleyway, one leg kind of cocked up, looking through her bag of coins.
I'm literally just I'll wave and I'll keep going.
You see the Raven wave at you and just walks on by. You can tell it's one of those waves of like go away or like whatever type of waves.
I'll skip along and catch up with the Raven. Take a colored feather out of my back pocket and tuck it in behind my ear and trot along behind him. Be like, so, you seem mad. What happened?
Our elf is not an elf. Just put it at that.
Yeah, no, obviously. Does that bother you? I mean, I'm not really an elf either, right?
You're not trying to be an elf.
I mean, sometimes I am. The ears, they're kind of elfy. The horns are... I guess they aren't. Anyway, elf-like, elf-adjacent.
I have strong suspicion of who I think this elf is, and I am not happy with what he has done with me, considering that I've done things for him in the past.
Oh. Well, okay, so, hear me out here. Why do you care?
Because he's supposed to be on my side, and this was very much not on my side.
Yeah, in my experience, the only people who are on your side are you. But if you can sail with the movement of the fates and the tides, life can take you where you want to be.
We'll see. But for now, I'm done with him. He can find me later, trust me.
Huh.
I wouldn't trust a word he says, though.
I'm interested in the evil, shadowy elf character, but I'm also interested in the bird person. And
The evil, shadowy elf character is back that way. He's talking to the others right now. You're welcome to go join them.
I think you should come with me. I think it would be fun.
No. I'm very, very mad at the, obviously mad at this point, but I know I'm smarter than to try to start a confrontation. Let's put it that way.
Very well. Lady Lucia stays with the Raven. And she sort of sallowly mocks your protest. And every time you look mad or outraged or kind of shake your fist, she does the same thing behind you, kind of a little bit sarcastically. And every time you kind of catch it at the periphery of your vision, she looks like she hasn't been doing anything in really a kind of performative way.
So I know our elf friend's probably not going to leave until he gets what he wants. And I'm not willing to give that to him, but I will offer him a seat at the table because there seems to be food left over since people have been leaving.
Lady Lucia shows up and she puts 3 gold pieces on the table, appearing in a puff of smoke, and then disappears again. She says, I wouldn't want to skip out on a tab.
Okay. With our presence here, they probably deserve the tip.
Okay. Oh, he's like, oh, you're back.
Well, she was back for a second and then disappeared again. She showed up, threw 3 gold on the table, and teleported away again.
Well, let me at least pay for your night here at the inn. I'll pay room and board for you sitting here at the table at the inn. How about that?
Like the meal you ordered for us last time and then left and we had to pay for it? No, thank you.
I'll pay it up front.
I don't believe you.
Oh, no. How many
Some
rooms
kind of
do you
food
want?
is good.
How many rooms do you want? How many rooms do you want?
Well, there's 4 of us left, but 6 of us total. So 6.
6 rooms?
3.
3 rooms? Okay.
No, if the man's going to pay ahead of time, make him pay for 6, whether you stay in it or not.
I was thinking it would be more economical if he does ditch the bill again, that we don't pay for 1 room for each of us.
I can pay for 6 rooms. That's not a problem. Are you okay with that?
That's what I said, and you agreed to it, then I'm guessing so. 3 or 6, your choice.
Okay, no problem. I can do that. He motions for the barmaid. He says, "I need 6 rooms, 1 for each." Well, there's 2 other people that are somewhere, but they'll looks at you, Chris. Is like, "Will you give him the key if I get you the rooms?"
Of course.
Okay. He's like, "All right, 6 rooms,
This is
and
the same barmaid we've
3
seen all night,
meals."
right?
Do what?
This is the same barmaid we've seen all night, right?
Yeah. And he's
Not
like,
some mysteriously new one.
no, not a mysterious new one. No, it's the same one. He's like, I need 6 rooms and 3 meals for each one of them, just for the night. So they can have dinner, breakfast, and lunch, type thing for tomorrow. And he hands a bag of coins over to her and says, "That'll take care of it." And she's like, "Yes, sir," and walks away.
Okay. I will try to enjoy the evening.
He sits there and sits down with you and starts eating some of the food and, just going along with it, trying to go. So, did you get whatever you were supposed to be getting?
We ensured that it would be gotten.
Okay. All right. How's your blood?
It'll do.
Oh, okay. Right. A few minutes later, barmaid comes back and hands over a bunch of keys and says, "Here you go, sir." And then puts them down on the table and hands them. It's like, "Here you go. Y'all take care of the other 2, I guess, if y'all gonna see him again."
We will.
All right.
One of them I could probably do without seeing again. If it wasn't for their mangling the issue, we might have been able to get. I don't know.
It's gonna be a fun day.
Takes one of the keys and just goes to his room, and it's like,
Okay. You turn the lock. You walk in.
exasperated.
All right. Anybody else gonna go?
I'm going to sit out and enjoy the evening.
Okay. Mizzy or Jackie takes her key and walks off into the building.
Nightula stays outside for a moment, but climbs on top of the roof to enjoy some peace and quiet.
Okay. You climb up on top of the roof.
So the elf's just sitting here too?
Yeah, he's just sitting there hanging out with you.
Okay.
He
I
kinda
will
asks
start
you-
telling him the good ways of Ball.
Oh, I know Ball. I've heard of Ball before.
If he's going to sit there, I'm going to preach to him.
Okay. He listens. Drinks.
I understand a lot of other races and people from outside our kingdom don't care. And that's kind of the reason I'm doing it.
All right.
I will give him a pamphlet.
The 2 that walked off, are y'all continuing just to walk off and random around?
Oh, I'm literally leaving town. This is, for me, this is like a measure of faith, because I'm pretty sure that if it is who I think it is, I'll either end up back where he wants me against my own will instantly, or I'll receive a message that I can't deny.
Okay.
I'm following because it's fun.
Okay, y'all walk off. And we're gonna go and stop it right there, guys. When we get back, I will award XP for everybody, so we can go through that on air. Get things going and walk through that, because some people have never done this before, and that way we can get it. We'll leave it right here. This is not the end, but it is definitely the start of what's going to happen next. We're going to pick up next time. So then let's do some more outro music and end it.